What's up YouTube? It's Cody, and today we're going to be talking about the Backhoe. So if you're watching this video, odds are you're in the market for an L series tractor and you're looking at getting the Kubota Backhoe BH77 as an attachment, or you already have an L series tractor and you're wanting to buy a BH77 Backhoe. So I wanted to talk to everyone kind of about, you know, the pluses and minuses to the Backhoe, what you can do, what you can't do. That way you guys are making an informed decision when you're going to buy it. Okay, so first up, this is the BH77 Backhoe. It's going to work on your Kubota L2501, L3301, L3901, and maybe some of the older models. Backhoe attachment is something I wanted on my first tractor, which was a John Deere 1025R, and I couldn't get it at the time. Got it on this thing, and I probably keep it on my tractor 90% of the time. Use it for all different sorts of things. So I've lifted engines out of trucks with it, pulled stumps, you know, dug a pond for my ducks, ran electrical lines with it, and it certainly makes life a lot easier. Does it have its limits? Yes. We'll get into the good and bad about it, but I kind of wanted to give you guys an overview of the Backhoe first. So this is a lock for the first boom arm that you keep on, so that way the hydraulics don't sag and it drops this down. This is your lock here to keep the Backhoe from turning side to side when you're not using it. Then you have your controls, your seat, your stabilizers on both sides, and then I got a mechanical thumb aftermarket on this. This is something I highly recommend you guys get if you're in the market for the Backhoe itself. So going over some of the things I kind of like about it, it beats a shovel all day. This size Backhoe, it's a 7.7 foot reach Backhoe. You're starting to get into a more serious Backhoe than your, you know, 1 series John Deere's and your 23S series Backhoe for Kubota. It does have its limits though. So the hydraulics on this thing, I think, are perfect to the tractor, just like the loader. It works for the size of the tractor. Where you start running into problems is you're going to be lifting the ass end of the tractor up quite a bit. Even with your stabilizer bars down, you're still going to be dragging the back of the tractor and everything every which way, because these hydraulics are performance matched to this tractor itself. So some of the things I don't really like about it necessarily, I don't like that it doesn't come with the rubber pads for your stabilizers from the factory. I would think that it would. To give you guys an idea on the seating, I would love to see a swivel seat on this. It doesn't come with one. It comes with 2 separate seats. I will hop up there so you guys can see. I am about 6'1", 6'3" probably with my high heels on, but it's a very, very tight workspace up there. So I'll hop up there real quick so you guys can see, and we'll go from there. So you have a lock lever here. It keeps the seat down. You just put that up, and you have steps on both sides of the Backhoe. So this is me, my feet touching the metal guards here, and you can see I don't have a lot of room to work. I run into problems with the levers hitting my thighs and stuff like that. Definitely would be a lot more comfortable with a swivel seat, so I'm going to see what I can kind of work up on that. Other things I don't like about it, it needs a hydraulic thumb, not a mechanical thumb. The mechanical thumb works awesome, but a hydraulic thumb would definitely come in more handy. Digging with this thing, it works very, very well. You get into some of the harder pack stuff and it becomes kind of difficult. I don't like the factory location of the slow moving vehicle sign on this. It's just a hose clamp around the cylinder there, and mine broke within, I think, the first 5 hours. So wasn't too great in my honest opinion. We've taken this off and put it on a bunch of times. It's extremely easy to take off and put on. Not a huge fan of the fittings. they're kind of leaky. So that's something to kind of keep in mind. Yeah, I mean, like I said, you're gonna run out of cylinder power on this thing if you're digging really deep or trying to get a full bucket load. You're also gonna be moving the tractor all over the place. It's just, these tires are filled and it's still moving the tractor all over the place. So that's definitely something to consider when you're buying this backhoe. You know, I use the backhoe all the time, but I don't really have any giant projects where, you know, a mini excavator would be warranted. It's more or less, this is just for, you know, when I need to do something quick and fast, you know, dig an electric line out, or, you know, small work. And then I've lifted an engine out with this thing, you know, not necessarily things it's all designed to do, but things that I've got it to do, for lack of a better word. So you can go out and get this backhoe. I think it's $9,500 with the tractor. So I don't know what they're going to charge in labor to put the subframe and everything on, but it's a pretty good tool to have. I'm very happy that I got it this time. If you're going to be doing all kinds of backhoe work all the time, I would recommend just either buying a Mini X or renting a Mini X when you need to. This is just going to be a disappointment for someone that wants to do powerful, fast excavator work. So definitely keep that in mind when you guys are buying one of these. Great for just all around general use, just like the tractor is kind of, but it's not going to perform like a mini excavator, just like the tractor is not going to perform like a skid steer. It's kind of a trade-off thing, but the backhoe works out great for me. So I'm going to put a couple videos in here of me doing some work with the tractor and the backhoe. Some other considerations to have. So some other considerations to have, this thing's really low when putting it on a trailer. So dragging the back of the backhoe there is common. You're also losing quite a bit of ground clearance on the entire tractor itself with the subframe. So you're dropping it way down low. That's not really a problem for me, but I'm sure it's a problem for some of you guys. The other thing that kind of drives me insane, and I've seen a couple people online make a fix, but this line here, when you take it off of the backhoe and hook it into this and you have your 3-point setup, it's hitting the 3-point and bending oddlong all the time. It's really irritating, and something that I am going to doctor a fix for here soon. But yeah, my biggest complaints honestly is the seat, the subframe being so low, and then that hydraulic line. Other than that, this thing works incredibly well. Not a mini excavator obviously, but for someone that's just doing general backhoe work, you know, frequently, and you can swing the price, it's definitely worth it to have the backhoe. So we'll throw a couple videos in here of me using the backhoe so you guys can kind of see a couple of the highlights and, you know, just general use with it. But other than that, guys, this is hopefully a video that will help you make the decision when you're buying the tractor, or make the decision to buy the backhoe, whether you buy it or not. For those of you who have this backhoe already and you're watching this video, please leave, you know, your guys' impressions in the comments. This video is mainly for people who haven't had this tractor yet, or who don't have the BH77 yet and are trying to make that decision. So if you guys have input, please leave it in the comments so other people can take a look at that and make their decision on whether they're going to get the BH77 or not. As always, guys, please check out my other videos. We do videos Monday through and Thursday. Don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe. It really helps me out. Thanks for watching, guys. Until next time.